Welcome to BIMS TV. I'm Anamica Bedi de Silva, and this is BIMS Bites. And today, I'm going to take a bite out of marine viral ecology. When you think of the biology of the ocean, you might think of a scene like this. This is a humpback whale we caught breaching near the Makapu'u Lighthouse in the island of Oahu. However, there's another scene off the coast of Oahu that I recorded that has just as much biological activity. To understand this better, I'd like you to think about going to your favorite beach and scooping up 1 liter of seawater. In this liter of seawater, there are more viruses than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. In fact, if you took a few drops of this water, stained it with a fluorescent dye, you would get a scene that's reminiscent of the night sky. Here we have some tiny dust-like particles, and those are actually viruses. And they're around these bigger blobs, which are actually bacteria. In fact, the majority of marine viruses infect microbes, which is great for us. It also has a lot of implications for oceanic processes, such as carbon cycling. In order to understand this, consider how a virus works. Here we have a virus that's floating around the ocean, waiting to encounter a host cell. Once it does encounter a host cell, it attaches. It then inserts its genetic material in the form of DNA or RNA into the cell. The cell's machinery is then co-opted to replicate new pieces of viruses. Those pieces are then assembled, and then there's a chemical signal which triggers the cells to burst open or lyse, releasing new viral progeny into the environment to continue the cycle. Not only are these new virus particles released into the environment, but also the organic matter contained inside the cell. And this is important in terms of oceanic cycling. Let's look at a simple food web. First, we're going to start at the base of the food web with some microbes. Here we have phytoplankton, photosynthetic microorganisms that convert light energy into chemical energy. And then down below, we have heterotrophic bacteria. Now, heterotrophic bacteria cannot convert light energy. They consume organic matter like you or I. These microbes are grazed upon by grazers such as zooplankton. And the zooplankton are then eaten by higher organisms such as this fish. Now, animals create waste in the form of feces, and this contributes to the pool of particulate and dissolved organic matter, POM or DOM. Now, this is organic matter that cannot be consumed by higher organisms like grazers or carnivores. However, some heterotrophic bacteria can utilize the POM and DOM pool. This is where viruses come in, because when viruses lyse open microbes such as phytoplankton and bacteria, they're actually shuttling away organic matter that's available to higher organisms and contributing directly to POM and DOM pools. This is a phenomenon known as the viral shunt. This is when viruses catalyze the movement of nutrients away from organisms to the dissolved organic matter and particulate organic matter pools. Now, this plays a role in carbon cycling. So in order to understand this, let's take a look at what happens on land. Here we see that deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels contributes about 7 gigatons of carbon to the environment per year. Now, in the ocean, and particularly looking at the lysis of plankton by viruses, we see that 150 gigatons of carbon are released into the environment per year. Not only that, but this lysis also contributes to dissolved organic carbon and particulate organic carbon in the surface ocean. These pools of carbon are kept at the surface ocean, where they can interact with the atmosphere, leading to the release of CO2 from the ocean into the atmosphere and vice versa. However, if they were not in these DOC or POC pools, the carbon could be sequestered potentially to the deep ocean where it would not interact with the atmosphere. There are a lot of reasons to study marine viral ecology. As global climate change progresses, we want to be able to predict how viruses play a role in the environment and how this will shape microbial communities in the ocean. And that's your bite of marine viral ecology. I hope I piqued your interest on a subject that maybe you didn't think of before. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm at Morena Cientista on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, follow, like, subscribe to Black and Marine Sciences wherever you can.